The comfort zone. The most dangerous place one can venture, because when you enter, you may never leave due to the comfort, warmth, and nature it brings. What takes effort and pain is considered taboo, while the easy things in life are sought after. If you wish to forsake your past or current life in order to pave the way for a bright and daring future, then stay tuned. I've known the comfort zone, listened to its empty and futile promises, for so long. 7 years to be precise. Allow me to enlighten you on how I, a feeble and damned soul, was able to escape such a place in which billions upon billions are trapped inside for eternity. Number 1, comfort and satisfaction over risk. The Bible, Quran, Buddhism, and so many other faiths teach us to live a simple and peaceful life. They know that humans are weak and fragile beings. If the Bible, Quran, and so many other religions teach us to work like mad slaves, sacrifice everything in order to live like legends, then what do you think most of us will do? Probably follow another religion, or until they have found one that suits their lifestyle or like what they hear. Those who sacrifice comfort and pleasure over pain and suffering shall know the genuine taste of comfort. In due time, of course. Would you prefer to build an okay house within 1 year, or build the best and strongest house within 10 years? 99% of us would choose the first. Do you not realize that an okay house will require years after years of fixing and repair, while a firm and strong house may never need any at all? A castle takes decades to construct, while a house of sticks only takes a few days or weeks at its best. The best things in life require effort, labor, sacrifice, and time. If our ancestors had not ventured the lands of unknown battle monsters 10 times their size and endured the harshest storms that this world has unleashed and sacrificed their own lives, then where do you think we humans would be by where we stand today? How long will one remain in the comfort zone? Another year, another decade, or until they're passing? Number 2, you can run and hide, but you can't escape. Just because you lose 50 pounds doesn't necessarily mean you'll keep it that way, because it is harder to maintain success and glory and triumph. If you think achieving success and fame was the most challenging thing in your life, then maintaining such status will be impossible. So how does one maintain such a mentality or way of living when they have achieved the impossible? Continuum. You keep going, you never give up, and let nothing stand in your way. 25 to 50 years from now, when you look back at your pathetic and non-existent life, do you laugh and smile in glory, or grit your teeth in despair? Meditation, positivity, eating healthy and living healthy, never giving up, and live with a purpose. As you can see, it takes much more effort to maintain glory. Kings are short-lived. Fame and victory are short-lived. You ask to do such things and wonder why it is so impossible to change and get out of the comfort zone. You become what you practice. If you practice a sport for years and years, eventually you will be good or great. If you practice sins, you shall become evil. Repetition produces its natural outcome. The comfort zone is good, but only for a short time. All have known the true taste of comfort. This is why 1% rule the 99%. 99% of us live in comfort, while others do 1% extraordinary. Number 3, don't wait before it's too late. Procrastination, success mortal and greatest enemy. When days turn to years, years turn to forever, then dreams and goals become nothing but hollow, empty promises. Strike when the iron is hot. Procrastination is when you wait and wait until it never comes. Patience is when you have already begun the process and carry out the required work until success is achieved, if you are fortunate or wise in your doings. Here is a prime example. There is a man, woman you have feelings for in school or wherever. As the years progress, you start to realize you'll never be with them, or eventually they develop a relationship with someone else. Well, you screwed up here. You didn't strike when the iron was hot. You waited too long and the moment slipped away. Patience is when you have someone in your life. As the years lengthen, you start to realize that this person was your other half or just another incompatible soul. You struck when the iron was hot, but the weapon didn't turn out as you had hoped. So what is the lesson here? Every day we are given an opportunity, thousands to be precise. However, we never realize or even take them. We let the comforts of this world dictate our lives. We feel rejection, ridicule, pain, misfortune, and things we can't control. If so, then we shall never get what we yearn for. Presently, we live in the golden era. There is less war, crime, violence, and more peace than there will ever be. Yet you still complain and make excuses if God or the world made your life the way it is. No, it is entirely your fault for the way you are. Number 4, be the change that you want to be. Stop living by the words and teaching of men and books. If things aren't going the way they are. Live by your own words and rules. If you want to live this life by your own accord, then you have to do things that require pain, hardship, and maybe a whole lot. When you draw your last breath, will it be the most regretful and agonizing one, or the most exalting and glorious one? Thinking doesn't require much effort and no physical strain. However, execution is everything. Humans don't have billions of years like stars and planets. We only have but a moment. Stop worrying about your neighbor's or friend's life. When you start caring about others, then you are screwed. Energy can be conserved or transferred, not created or destroyed. When one forces or gives attention to other things besides themselves, then what do you think is happening? You give energy to something or someone else. Most will walk a crooked path and falter. Few will succeed and live their life to the fullest. No one has the time or care to guide you. 1 or 2 years is nothing. You're screwed up already 5 to 25 years. Is sacrificing 3 to 4 years to see a better change worth it? Or will you continue to wither away as you have these past few years slowly? Those who talk little and walk a whole lot, these people have figured it out. How does one go about change? Educate yourself. Work like an ant. Sacrifice everything. Explore the mysteries of this world. Do things that make you uncomfortable. Focus and work on your goals and dreams while your friends and family party and indulge in pleasure. Can you do that? No. At least 95% of us won't.